Welcome to worship. Hi, Kat.
Hi, Marion.
Miss you. I
Miss
miss everyone. So remember, for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about wisdom.
But it's a new month, I think. And so that means we should have a new theme. The new theme is liberation.
Liberation is a really important idea. It means freedom. And today we're going to be thinking about how liberation is something that we do together as a people, and also something that can take a long time.
Well, if this is going to take a long time, let's start with a song.
Okay, let's sing "Oh, We Give Thanks." So I'll start. Oh, we give thanks
For this precious day,
for those gathered here,
and those far away,
for this time we share.
with love and care.
Oh, we give thanks.
For this precious day. Should we light our chalice?
I'll start with our water chalice.
And I'll light the fire chalice. If you have a chalice at home, please light yours too. Let's say our words together. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the loving heart. This is the church of the helping hands.
So liberation means freedom, like being rescued or released or saved from slavery. It means like getting your rights. It's related to liberty.
And people used to mean it was being physically freed, but it can also be mentally. Like we can be trapped in our bodies, but also stuck in our heads.
Spring feels like a liberation from winter, because now we're free to go outside.
And right now we might feel trapped at home, but when the stay-at-home order is lifted, I bet we're going to feel free and liberated.
And some people feel liberated from school right now. Liberation can mean different things to different people.
Today we're going to learn about a liberation story that's very important to Jewish people. It's the story of Passover. But to do that, we need to see what's in the Wonder Box.
Pillows! You're going to need to get comfy for the story of Passover, which is a story of liberation, and pillows are a symbol of freedom, because free people can recline and rest and enjoy a meal together.
Oh, I remember this from growing up. When I was little and we would observe the Passover Seder, it could take 4 or 5 hours, but we would get to bring pillows to the dinner table, and I liked that part. Wait a second. Are we going to be here for 4 or 5 hours today?
No, we're just going to be here for 3 minutes to hear the Passover story. But you're right, the Passover Seder dinner can take many hours to tell the Passover story and eat the special symbolic foods. The story of Passover is a story of liberation, and it takes a while to tell, just like liberation takes a while to achieve.
Something else I remember was that the youngest kid got to ask 4 questions. Who's the youngest? I think it's me. So I do have 4 questions. One is, what is Passover? Why is it so important to Jewish people? What's up with this unleavened bread? And is there like some fire for fire circle or some water for water circle?
Well, let's watch the video and see if it answers your questions.
The Passover Story in 10 Scenes. 1. Long ago in Egypt, a mean ruler named Pharaoh makes the Jewish people slaves. They are forced to do hard work, building cities and pyramids. 2. Pharaoh orders all baby boys born to Jewish families to be taken away. But Moses' family floats baby Moses in a basket on the river. Moses' sister Miriam watches over him when Pharaoh's daughter finds the baby and brings him to the palace to be raised. 3. The Jewish people don't like being slaves at all. They are hungry, tired, and have no control over their lives. They cry out to God for help. 4. Moses, all grown up, goes out from the palace and sees an Egyptian treating a Jewish slave badly. He stops the Egyptian. Now Moses feels that he too is Jewish and runs away from Egypt. 5. Moses is herding sheep when he notices a strange bush. It's on fire, but not burning down. Amazing! He hears God's voice telling him to go to Pharaoh and demand that the Jewish people, Moses' people, be set free. 6. With his brother Aaron, Moses goes to Pharaoh and says, "Let my people go." Pharaoh answers, "Never." 7. God brings terrible plagues on the Egyptians. Water turns to blood. Frogs, wild animals, and locusts are everywhere. People and animals get sick. Hailstones fall from the sky. Everything turns dark. After each plague, Pharaoh agrees to let the Jews go free, but then he changes his mind. Finally, after the 10th plague, Pharaoh frees the Jews. 8. The time has come. With great excitement and nervousness, the Jews pack their things and rush out of Egypt. They go so fast that the bread they are baking in celebration doesn't have time to rise. 9. The Jews think they're safe, but when they reach the Big Sea, they hear Pharaoh's army chasing after them. Pharaoh has changed his mind again. The Jews are trapped, but then a miracle happens. The sea opens up so the Jewish people can march across between two giant walls of water. 10. The sea closes up. The Jewish people are free. They sing and dance and celebrate. At Passover every year, we remember the miracle of freedom.
Wow, that's an amazing story. It's good to hear stories of freedom because it reminds us that liberation is possible for all of us.
And that one made me hungry for a snack.
Me too.
Mmm, matcha's so yummy. Marion's is a perfect square, just like in the video, but mine is uneven because I made it myself. Maybe this week you could try making matzah. Passover starts on Wednesday, April 8th.
Is it hard to make matzah?
Not at all. It was really easy. It was just 1 cup of flour, a little bit of water. You roll it really thin, poke it with a bunch of holes, and then bake it in a hot, hot oven. I'll put the recipe here.
And if you're doing things at home this week, there is a new bingo for liberation. And we're going to be thinking and learning about liberation all this month. And you can do liberation activities at home.
Should we extinguish our chalice? We extinguish this flame,
but not the light of truth
the warmth of community.
or the fire of commitment
These we carry in our hearts
until we are together again.